Hey sports fans, this is Straight from the Basement with Tommy Ommy. I'm a sports fan who always said, if I never played a sport professionally, then I want to talk about it. I'm born and raised in New York City. Played organized basketball for several well-known teams in the mid-'70s and the early '80s, such as the legendary Home Cold Rucker Tournament, Melbank, Stone Gym and Riverside Church, LaGuardia House, and my all-time favorite, Each One Teach One. Having sports in my life at an early age always kept me out of trouble. If I wasn't playing basketball, I was either playing football or baseball. Hey sports fans, this is Straight from the Basement with Tommy Ommy, where my opinions, views, and facts will cover the hottest, the latest, and the past sports events. Welcome. Once again, I want to continue to thank everyone who has liked and subscribed to my podcast. And if this is the first time you've viewed it, please do the same. As always, before I even get into today's topic, yes, I got one hot topic I must talk about. Talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder. 2024-2025 NBA champions just got eliminated in the Western Conference Finals by them young San Antonio Spurs. Listen, no Jalen Williams. I'm talking about the second best on OKC. Them hamstrings. After game one, when he scored 26 points, homeboy was just completely done. A.J. Mitchell got hurt game 3, left the game with 2 points. He was done for the series. Chet Holmgren, supposed to be the third best player on OKC. My God. Only averaged 11 points in this 7-game series. 11 points, that shit is horrible. I'm watching the game like everybody else, and I'm saying, when is he going to turn it on? He knew SGA needed him. SGA needed his scoring. 4 points in the first quarter. Did not take another shot in the second, third, or fourth quarter. That's some bullshit right there, Chet. Oh, I was disgusted with him. And I'm not even a Thunder fan. I'm just a NBA fan wanting to see shit go down to the wire, and SGA don't have help. Chet is on a 5-year contract. $239.25 million rookie max contract extension. All that shit is guaranteed money. He can, with this contract, it can elevate to 250. So the general manager, executive vice president of OKC, everybody know who that is, Sam Presti, who's been doing the damn thing for the last 15 years with OKC. He should be considering trading Chet. Yeah, man. Yeah, I know Chet got the Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, so what? We all know that Lou Dort, he's done. He's going to another team. He's being traded. That's a definite. So all that great chemistry that we saw the last 2-3 years, once they won a game or lost a game, they all met in the middle of the court, talked. You know, the closeness of the OKC team. That shit needs to be restarted, Sam Presti. Real talk. Real talk. Listen. The Greek freak. Giannis is available. I'm just saying. So, I could go on and on with Chet, with OKC. I'm going to leave it alone. So let's get started with today's topic. I'm talking about the 2026 NBA Finals. The 2026 NBA Finals. The stage is set. As you can see, I can't wait for this series to begin. The stage is set. 2 teams left out of 30. Still standing. We got the best player in the world going against the whole entire New York City. It ain't just the Knicks. They going against this whole New York City. My God, this series is going to be on fire. Yes. For this show. I got some young heads. I got the old heads. Yeah, we got the 1999 Finals rematch. I'm excited. I am so excited. Before I even introduce my guest, I'm so excited because I'm a Laker fan who been swept in the first round. And so I'm over that shit now. And so I'm just enjoying what I've been watching and listening to all the Knicks fans here in New York City just go ape. You can't tell them nothing. And I wanted some diehard Knicks fans on this show. They talk a lot, but then when it's now time to ask questions, to answer some questions, they can't answer questions. And so I got a guest who are neutral. No diehard Knicks fans in this show. I know Cosby, he liked the Knicks. I know Caleb, Lil Lab, myself, we diehard Laker fans. Real rocking with Chicago Bulls. And so we gonna be neutral. We gonna be nice to both San Antonio and the New York Knicks. So let's get it on. Let me introduce my guest. I got Cosby all the way from New Jersey. Roselle, what's going on, my dude? As always, I got Lil Larry from Harlem, New York. What's up, Neff? I love the background. Yeah, and I got another young veteran who's been on the show many times from the Boogie Down Bronx. Neff, Caleb, what's going on?
What's going on? Yes, sir. We ready.
We got the Even Flow creator, owner, the producer, editor for the Straight from the Basement podcast. Yeah, he's jumping in. He's recording and he's jumping in with the questions. My main man, Rel, what's up out there in St. Louis, baby? What's happening, y'all?
Not much, just enjoying it out here. How's everything up there in New York?
Everything, yeah. Well, I just said they going ape shit up here in New York City. You know what I'm saying? I'm at getting my breakfast before I went to church earlier, and I'm looking at the Daily News and the New York Post. Oh my God, the Daily News got 15 pages on the goddamn Knicks today. I said, ain't this a bitch? They really believe that. I got Knicks fans talking about they gonna sweep them. I said, you actually think you're gonna sweep this guy here? They bugging. And so, fellas, I need y'all to give me the meat and potatoes because this is the NBA Finals. And I'm going to be honest with you. Once these finals is over, I don't know, we going straight into baseball. So I may not see y'all for a while. So give it to me. Give it to me. Listen, let's start the show. Let's hit y'all with these questions. Cosby, I'm starting with you, man. My first question, did you enjoy, which is simple, did you enjoy the 25-26 regular season, not including the playoffs? Talk to me.
No, I very rarely watched it. I was doing football, and then after football finished, I watched a little bit of basketball, but went into into the college basketball, and then March Madness. I kind of lost the luster of watching the regular season games, man. There's no real juice there. I guess that's why they have to do all these different gimmicks with, all these different tournaments inside the tournament,
Yeah.
inside the regular season, just to get people interested. Me personally, I didn't. So I wait for the playoffs. So
Yeah. Well, thank you, Cosby. I asked this question for a reason. Little last, same question. Did you enjoy the 2025 regular season, not including the playoffs? Talk to me, Lil Live.
Oh, I'm 50 on this one. The beginning of the season, I don't enjoy it. They're not playing their hardest. They out there just it's like a scrimmage to them. They just out there to play. It gets interesting after the All-Star break. That's what teams are trying to set in, figure out who they want to play in the playoffs, how everything is going to be. You start seeing teams going winning streaks, teams actually winning, actually playing team basketball. So I was 50-50 on that one. I enjoyed the second half, but the beginning of the season, I was just like, yeah, I'm not interested. I didn't really watch it.
Okay. Same question, Caleb. Same question.
Yeah, I'm pretty much saying the same thing. I ain't really enjoy it too much or had make time to watch it until it got to later in the season when you start to see like the playoff races, see who gonna get what seed and whatnot. It's not the same in the regular season, and at least early into it, it's not the same. I remember even like back in February when I seen you, you had said something to
Right.
me. You said, "Yo, you ain't been on the game." I said, "Yeah, I've been watching." He said, "Nah, you ain't been on the text." And when you said that to me, I thought about it. I said, damn, you're right. I haven't been watching the games like that. But as the season went on, I started to watch it a little bit towards the end.
Yeah. And Rel, we're gonna top it off with you. Did you enjoy?
Man, I wasn't completely blown away by this season, mainly because my team has been trash and just below average for a minute now. So it's hard for me to like really be engulfed in it. And then even with the Warriors, because I like to watch Steph a lot. The Warriors that they had a little spark, but he got hurt again this year, so I wasn't completely blown away. But it's been interesting watching like the Knicks throughout the year and the Spurs throughout the year. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna jump into that, but I wasn't completely like deep into the season this year, especially with the injuries with Halliburton and Tatum before he came back. So yeah, I
Yeah.
was just gonna like
Yeah.
have to
So I'm
watch.
right. Thank all four of y'all. I'm gonna tell you why I asked this question, but not right now. Thank y'all for your responses. Question number 2, Cosby. So far, are you enjoying these playoffs?
Oh shoot! What? I can't get enough. Been fire, man. Because it's win or go home. So everybody's reputation is on the line. Everybody's careers in some parts is on the line. Contracts, the whole
Right.
nine. So it's been very, very exciting to the point to where I'm even questioning whether or not if my knowledge of basketball is is correct. You know what I'm saying? Because things are happening that I'm thinking one thing is going to happen and others is happening. So it's been extremely exciting.
Yeah. Low last, same question. Are you enjoying these playoffs?
I'm enjoying them every step of the way, every round. I'm enjoying. I'm from New York. I'm a Lakers fan from New York. It felt good to see my city, you know, enjoying this, going crazy. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
and then to watch the West to see how the West is going to play out. You didn't know who was really going to pull out between San Antonio and OKC, but one of them was going.
Uh-huh.
So I'm enjoying this playoffs.
So you enjoying the playoffs. What about you, Caleb? Talk to
I'm
me.
I'm enjoying it, definitely enjoying it. I got the Knicks in there, got Vic in there, so it's definitely enjoyable. It's not as great as I wanted it to be, because the Lakers not in it right now, but
Yeah.
that's all right. I'm happy San Antonio handled us, so got them out of there. I was kind of
Uh-huh.
hating on OKC, but
Oh, you
so I'm glad.
was?
Yeah, I was hating on them a little bit, so I'm glad to see them out of there.
Uh-uh.
And New York is in it, so it's cool.
It's cool. Chicago Bull fan. What about you? You enjoying these playoffs?
I have. I've really been enjoying the playoffs because we could finally see the actual changing of the guard in the league.
Right.
Because like a lot of like the past couple of years has been like remnants of like the last decade still like lingering over like the playoffs and like who's gonna be like the new face of the league. So I believe we actually like see who's about to be this new era of like
Yeah.
pretty much running the league. So I definitely enjoyed it.
Okay. So let me tell y'all why I asked questions 1 and 2, because I knew I was going to get all 4 no's for the first question and all 4 yeses for the second. And that's because these damn owners, and I stopped banging the NBA commissioner Adam Silver. It's not him. He's been trying. It's the owners, it's his bosses. And a lot of people, NBA basketball lovers, don't know that Adam Silver has a boss. He has more than one boss. He has 30 bosses. People don't realize that. The owners of the NBA are his bosses. There's 30 NBA owners. And so, no matter what he wants to change, if they not in agreement, if the majority of those owners is not in agreement, shit ain't happening. And due to the fact we got owners who don't give a rat's ass about us as fans, right? When they start tanking early in February, right? The last bargaining agreement was 2 years ago, right? Was not supposed to be any load management. The owners is just allowing that shit like, yeah, we know what we know what we signed off on in the bargain agreement. But yo, I got my star player, he got a little knick-knack. It's January, it's December. Sit his ass. You know what I'm saying? Cause we gonna need him healthy. So between the load management, the tanking, players who for some apparent reason, they're getting all this goddamn money, and it seems like they just don't really care about the regular season. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because we got the play-in tournament, right, where they think they can just lax. We can make the playoffs when we really want to, when our health is 100%, or when we really want to churn it up. They know they still got a chance. See, that play-in tournament, I like it. And then I think it's a curse for a lot of teams because they know they can still make the playoffs with a under 500 record. You got teams in the 9th and 10th seeds. They not even 500 level. You know what I'm saying? They way below. The Golden State, for instance. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so the regular season, they got to work on that shit. And they got, and these owners, they got to really, really, when you got people like us buying NBA tickets 4 or 5 months in advance because your team is coming to town. Here in New York City, you already know tickets sell out quick. Right? And so soon as we find out here in New York, I'm just going to speak for New York. Soon as we find out the NBA ticket sales is on, people on Ticketmaster, or they running down in the MSG. They want to go to the window. They want to see where they going to be sitting. You know what I'm saying? They got their cash or their credit card. Right? All right. I'm a Laker fan. My team comes to New York once a year. Right? And now I gotta hope that the star players is gonna be healthy or wanna play. You know what I'm saying? 99.9 when they come to New York, they wanna play in the MSG. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanna play, right? But that's not the case in other cities. You know what I'm saying? You see a player the night before, was nothing wrong with him when the game is over. He walked off the court after he hugged the other opponents. And then, since it's a back-to-back, you don't see him. So now, people who done spent all that money, they ain't spend the money to see nobody, to see the role players coming off the bench. They ain't spend all that goddamn money. You know what I'm saying? So that's that regular season. So I knew I was going to get the yeses, and I knew I was going to get the yeses for the playoffs because the playoffs is on fire. And see, and these owners, they bank on that shit. That's why y'all said yes to question number 2. Because they know they going to do what they going to do, right? Because this is their product, right? These players is their product, and we spending all these millions on these dudes, right? Hell with the regular season. Let's get ready for the playoffs, right? And so they know once the playoffs come and start, we as basketball lovers, we're gonna say, we're gonna really forget what took place in the regular season, all the tanking and the low management. They know that shit. So I had to get that shit off my chest. This is gonna be the most I talk tonight in this show. Yeah, so I knew I was gonna get the no's and I knew I was gonna get the yeses. Question number 3, Cosby.
Yes, sir.
We are down 2 teams left out of 30. Which matchup or matchups will give the other team the advantage? Please explain. Yeah, y'all gotta come down with the meat.
I think it's Wemby and Towns. I think Towns is the key. Towns got to stay out of foul trouble. It's going to be interesting because the way the Knicks changed up their offense to whereas they got Towns running the offense on the high post, a la Mike Malone Denver Nuggets style when the year that the Denver Nuggets won it. That was the best move ever. To whereas you got pass and cut basketball, but now you got Wemby guarding Towns. Towns was able to see over everybody that was guarding him to whereas he can make those fantastic passes. Now you got Wemby there, potentially. I want to see how Towns adjusts. Will he get frustrated? Will he get into foul trouble? And if he does get into foul trouble, will they revert back to being the old offense Knicks to whereas Brunson has to pull the cart? So that's the only thing that I kind of worry about with the Knicks. I don't think Robinson. But then you put it down on the other side. Wemby has to play defense. Wemby is not strong and bulky enough, so Towns should have his way. Just as long as Towns doesn't get overly aggressive to whereas it turns into offensive fouls, I think the Knicks should be okay. I'd probably give the Knicks a fighting chance to win it.
Okay, well, you said a lot there. You said a lot, little lad. Same question. Same question.
So if the Knicks is going to win this, then everybody got to step up around Bronson. Because what that San Antonio defense, they come out to play. Castleton, all those guys, they come to play defense. So Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, all those guys have to step up for them to take the first game.
So what matchups you think
I
is
think
going to be key?
Towns, Towns and Wemby.
Towns and Wemby.
Towns has to take it to Wemby. Because if he can't get Wemby out of that paint, he has to pull Wemby out of the paint for everybody else to play. Because Wemby don't even have to be that close to you. He put his arm up, you think he's gonna block the ball, and it throws you off. Look how what he did to SGA. All he did was put a hand up and it threw everybody out of rhythm.
Yeah, true.
So he has to be pulled out of paint, and that comes from Towns knocking down those 3-pointers.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Same question, Caleb. Same question. What's the matchups? That's going to be the advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the main match, Cat and Wemby, but they both got their advantages in their own ways. Because I think Cat's shooting ability, he's like one of the best shooting bigs in the NBA. One of the best shooting bigs we ever seen. So Wemby not gonna be able to sit in the paint and block those shots if he guarding Cat out there. He gotta guard him from that 3-point line. But then on the other end, Wemby is Wemby. Vic is Vic. So he's gonna have his advantage against almost anybody. So that's gonna be crazy too. And then just speaking about other advantages, like I think the Spurs is a lot younger, so they might have a little more energy, might be a little faster than the Knicks. But the Knicks ain't that old though either. But that also come into play with experience. I think the Knicks will use the experience against the Spurs to try to get the better edge. Because even though OKC was there last year, their experience ain't the same as vets in the NBA. They were still a little young. They did know how to win, but it was just last year. So I think that's what maybe the Knicks might have over the Spurs and like a team like OKC. But the main matchup is definitely Wemby and Cat.
Big Cat. And to top it off, Rel, what you say? What's the main matchups?
Oh man, I think it's not. I think the main matchup is not even going to be positional. It's going to be like which captain can get their team over the finish line the quickest. And I think the main thing is going to be Brunson or it's going to be Wemby. And I think that's a matchup for me. Like which captain, which QB is going to like take their team and be able to conquer them in 4 games. So I think that's the main thing we got to see is like the battle of the heavyweights. It's like which captain's going to do it the best.
Yeah. See, Lil Lad, you know, yesterday when the
game, when I saw Wemby got emotional once they won, and I started thinking about the matchup with the Knicks, and I said to myself, all of y'all hit it on the nose with Cat. Wemby got to come out. He got to come out that paint. He didn't have to come out the paint against OKC. And that's why every time OKC penetrated and got in the paint, he's there, so they had to do a U-turn and kick the shit back out. So Cat, he got to come out because Cat can hit the three. And he can hit the three consistently. So he has to come out. But the main thing with that is if Cat, when Cat brings him out, he's not going to be able to see his cutters like he saw against Philly, against Cleveland. He's not going to be able to see because Wemby is just that, freak of a nature, 7'4", 7'6" wingspan. So he's not going to be able to hit. He's not going to be able to hit his receivers for the easy layup. This shit is not happening like that. I don't see it. I just don't see it. So I wanted to weigh in on that, y'all. Thank y'all for your responses to question number 3. Cosby, question number 4. Does home court matter in this series? Talk to me.
Yeah, geez, Christ. No doubt about it. Wow. That's what makes San Antonio dangerous because they start the series off in their building. I mean, the Knicks have to get this first game. I think if the Knicks don't get this first game, they're going to have a problem. They can still win it, but I think it'll be more difficult. They got to go in and take their heart, quiet that building, and let them know, dude, it's over. I mean, you got to have that kind of attitude,
right,
New York attitude. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people from different states and stuff like that you wouldn't expect to be a New York Knicks fan is a New York Knicks fan because of the New York attitude to where, I'm coming to take over and you have nothing else to say about it. So the Knicks have to go in there with that kind of attitude. Now, dude, them young boys from San Antonio, because, I mean, you got Wemby, you got actually 5 two-way players out there that are strong and young and unafraid of the moment. So it's going to be something, man. I think it's going to be like, home court is just, oh my God, it's just going to be incredible.
All right, so you say home court matters. What about you, Lil Lad? Home court matters in this series?
Of course, home court always matters. Every stage you play, you want home court advantage. And both these teams that have gone out and show you they could go out and win in other people's homes. So defending home court is definitely going to matter. The Knicks got fans that's willing to fly out to San Antonio to try to give them the advantage. Out there cheering for them, but we know San Antonio ain't for that. They fans also rock with them pretty hard in San Antonio.
Yeah.
So that's So I don't think the Knicks fans are really going to get out there like they did in Cleveland and Philly
Nah,
and take over like they did. It's not going to happen.
nah. Yeah, Spike Lee he'll get a seat. His man, other cat that roll with him. We're gonna be a few Tracy Morgan, but they ain't gonna have sections. They not gonna have no sections of Knicks fans out there. Yeah.
So the Knicks got to find another way, to pull it off, the win out there to get the advantage.
Yeah.
So it matters.
Yeah. All right. So it matters. What about you, Caleb? Do home court matters?
100%. It's the NBA Finals. Home court is always gonna matter in these type of situations. San Antonio is gonna be rocking. The Garden is gonna be rocking. Man, like you just said, I want to see. I mean, we know the celebrities is gonna be there, but I want to see who gonna be in the Garden, like in terms of like fans. Like I want to see how that's gonna be. Man, I wish I was rich enough to go to one of them games. I wasn't even born when the Knicks was in the finals last, so I wish I could be in there, but I definitely want to see how it's gonna be in the Garden. What I will say though is I think that Madison Square Garden can even hurt the Knicks players at times. And when I watch the Knicks games, I see that it was more like the year it was more of last year and the year before where I noticed it more. This year, not so much, or maybe I just didn't watch it as much. But the New York energy and that Garden energy sometimes even forces the Knicks to take like some crazy shots to try to make like a superhero type of shot.
Right.
And I saw that more with Randall, and he's not there no more. So, but he definitely did it the most. But of course, the Garden is gonna help the Knicks. But I'm just saying, at times it also seems to me like it hurts them sometimes too, because you wanna hit that big 3-pointer to make the Garden go crazy, and you want to be the one to take that shot. Yeah. And sometimes it's not necessary, but But it could go both ways. But yes, home court does matter 100%.
What about you, Rel? Home court matter in this series?
Of course, man. Especially like with both teams, man. Like both fan bases, like the energy that they've had throughout this playoffs is going to just be an explosion. So each arena is going to be rocking, and it's going to be like a whole nother person on the court with them. So 1,000%.
Yeah, you know why I asked this question, y'all? I asked this question because the New York Knicks, the last two series swept, right? And so I wanted to know from y'all, did home court matter in this series due to the fact I wouldn't have asked this question if the Knicks didn't sweep in rounds 2 and 3. I wouldn't have asked this question. But the Knicks swept, right? And they swept some good players. And to the point where I don't think the Knicks was tested so far in these playoffs. They gonna be tested game 1 against these young cats who I've never seen in my 61 years of. Well, let me eliminate some of those years, Cosby. I'm gonna say since I've been 10, 11 years old. Remember, we didn't have cable back then, right? So we had to depend on CBS, Brent Musburger, right? Channel 2, right? Okay? And so when you got a young team like the San Antonio Spurs, normally if you get out of the first round, the butterflies, the non-experience starts kicking in. You see it. You know what I'm saying? Where they can't go no further. You know what I'm saying? But they did good. They did as well as everybody expected. All right. The young team, they be back. Maybe they go to the next round the following year. But with this crew here, I've been trying for the last few months, y'all, trying to remember a team throughout the years, a young team that don't fear nothing and they humble with they shit. And there's no panicking. They not scared. They bring it to you. They make you feel them on a defensive end. I don't know if it's because of this dude. They know they got this guy behind them, and they know they got probably the best player now in the goddamn world, right? But what I'm trying to say is, individually, with Vessel, who's been around for Vessel's been there. He's been in the NBA, I think, 4 years, 4 or 5 years, right?
That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
you got Dylan Harper, rookie, right? You got Castle, right? Yeah, you got these cats who just starting, and when I look at them, they're not arguing with the referees. They're not doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They may frown at the referee, like, yo, you calling that? Yo, where's the foul? You ain't call, but they humble with this. And there's no inexperience don't even matter. That shit is like out the window with them. And so I needed to know from y'all, did home court matter? Because I truly believe home court does not matter in this series. I'm going to say it doesn't matter because the Knicks are playing the way they playing. And I can't call it, but I'm gonna leave that for my last question. So I'm gonna shut up. And I want to get to my fifth question, Cosby.
Yes, sir.
If the New York Knicks do not become NBA champions in this series, do they run the same team back, or do they make a massive trade for Giannis? Talk to me, because before you even open up your mouth, you know where Giannis wants to be. He wants to be here in New York. He invested $14 million on a downtown property in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Last summer. You know what I'm saying? And so he wants to be here. So I want to know, if the Knicks don't become the NBA champs, do they make this move? Or do they run back the same team? Talk to me.
Dang, man. I love Giannis. One of my favorite players. But I think I would leave that alone. I think I would run it back. I think they got a great nucleus. I think they've been through the fire together. Got to give Tom Thibodeau, a lot of credit for teaching them boys how to play that defense. Tom just lacked the offensive gift to get them to where they are today. Hence, Mike Brown, similar to like the Mark Jackson, Steve Kerr scenario.
Yeah.
So, I think they had tremendous success. I would leave it alone. I mean, unless Giannis would come pennies to the dollar and they really didn't have to give up their nucleus, then yeah, let's bring in Giannis and see what happens. But that ain't gonna happen.
That shit ain't happening. No way.
So I would say leave it alone, run it back.
Yeah, same question, little lad. Talk to me. Should the Knicks run it back if they don't win it all, or make that move? And because it's gonna be a massive move if they make the move, if it happens. Talk to me.
I see right back. I looked back a couple some years ago when the Lakers lost to Boston, and they ran it back with that team and won 2 years in a row. So you make it there with this team. This New York Knicks team ain't really missing too much. Run it back. You don't add Giannis. Giannis comes with too much of a price. But we also know the Knicks are known for blowing up a team that's doing pretty well, but to get a superstar that they want so badly. I don't think Giannis belongs in New York. I don't think he making a massive trade for him will put you at that next level. You're looking for them to win a championship if you don't win this year. If anything, I think trading for Giannis will drop you lower. You probably won't.
Yeah?
I don't think they'll make the out of the first second round if they trade for Giannis. Especially if they're giving up Cat, Hart, and all these guys. These guys are the heart of the team. These guys make the team what they are. So run it back.
Run it back. Same question, Caleb. Run it back, or go get Giannis if they don't do it.
Yeah, if they don't win this series, they gotta run it back. Don't take that risk on Giannis. He's too much of a package. It'll be too much of a trade package to get him. Then if you trade for Giannis, you're gonna have to trade Cat. Cat and Giannis, two different play styles. Cat shooting Now you got to change the whole game plan. It's like Larry said, it's not worth it. They're not gonna be as good. And I think the GM in OKC, Sam Presti, what he did what he's starting to do, building through the draft. I like how he's kind of changing the NBA back to how it should be, where coaches and front offices are trying to build their full roster with players, and it looks like we fading away from that super team era where we got like the big three. You see San Antonio is kind of doing what OKC did, building through the draft. I mean, the Knicks got a good roster. They not maybe building through the draft, but they showing what it is to have a full team. And I think I'm not an OKC fan, but I do respect what they doing. I think Sam Presti is definitely showing the way of how to do it correctly and actually being successful at it. And I think all the teams are starting to follow suit in their own way.
Yeah. I agree with you with everything you just said. Well, run it back if they don't do it, or go and get Giannis.
Man, they need to leave Giannis in Milwaukee. I wouldn't. I would not blow up the squad. Like with this much momentum, they'll be insane to like lose multiple pieces just for Giannis, and they're not even sure if his chemistry would even work up there. So it's not worth it at all. Just run it back.
Not worth it at all.
Nope.
Okay. Well, let me tell you why I asked this question real quick, y'all. Because I've been talking to Knicks fans, and I've been hitting them with this question, right? And I think I asked about a good 15 Knicks fans. At least 9 of them said, hell yeah. If they don't win it, go get Giannis. That's Giannis. You go get Giannis. It's nothing to think about. I said, okay. You got a good chemistry going on. Nah, they don't win it all. Go get Giannis. You know, and so, you know, you know, as bad as Giannis wants to come here, I think he's realizing by now, if they don't do it, they're not going to make this trade. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you guys said, they got a great chemistry. I mean, shit, they doing commercials together. How you break that up? They're in the mountains together. How you break that up, right? And so, yeah. You keep that. You run it back, and yeah, because if you know, Larry, you right. Knicks management in the past was favored for breaking up a team, right? And trying to get this big piece, and the big piece never pans out. You know what I'm saying? It you know, Towns for Giannis. It's 2 players for Giannis. So they will have to give up either a Deuce McBride with Towns, okay? It's 2 for 1. It ain't no 1-on-1. It's 2 for 1. I mean, you know, you gonna give it up. You got to give it up, Knicks. They know that shit already. Ain't no even swipe. No, nah. You know what I'm saying? You know, Giannis, Cat ain't on Giannis. Cat is not on Giannis level. So it's you know, and that's not happening. Yeah, so that's not happening. But I want to thank y'all for your responses on question number 5. And my last simple question is this: who will be the 25-26 NBA champions? And what game, Cosby? Gotta give me a team, man.
I know. I'm going with the Knicks. But they're gonna need to do it in 7.
Knicks in 7.
And on a blown shot by Wemby. And the Knicks win it by 1. Some dramatic win like that.
Look like you sound like you envisioned that shit already.
I already see it. That's what's gonna happen. You know, and they're gonna lose it just because of the fact that they've been exhausted already by beating OKC, yada yada yada, and the Knicks just got lucky and got that pot of gold. That's it. So Knicks in 7, win by 1.
All right, I hear you. Little last same question: who's the NBA champs? And what game?
Game 7. Antonio. And I see San Antonio because,
San Antonio?
yeah, San Antonio.
All right.
San Antonio is going to take it in game 7. And I say San Antonio is going to take it because when you live by the 3, you die by the 3. And Cat is going to be shooting threes to try to get Giannis to come out that paint, and all of them are not going to drop. And then Bronson's going to try to put the team on his back. And same thing that happened with OKC. San Antonio got too many defenders to throw at Bronson to tire him out.
I like those. I like that view. I like what you said about Cat. Reminds me of John Starks in '94, Cosby, when he was shooting them goddamn threes against Houston Rockets and couldn't hit them. So that a little live saying, it sounds like that's what he's saying in Game 7 with Towns.
If it's going to happen, I don't trust Towns in the big moment like that. So, and then, you got Bronson just going out there to put it in buckets. You get tired eventually.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
San Antonio is 7.
All right, Caleb, same question. Who's winning it all? What game?
Man, once my Lakers lost, I had my finals prediction. I said it's gonna be the Knicks and Spurs, and as of yesterday, I was correct. So I had the Knicks coming out the East. I had them beating Boston. I had them beating Detroit. I had them beating everybody, and I got them winning this series in 7.
You got the Knicks winning in 7. Woo! Well, Chicago Bull fan, close it up. Who's winning it all? What game?
Oh man. All right, so if you recall from our episode we did with Tom, I predicted the Knicks, and I think I was torn between the Spurs and the Thunder going to them, but those were my final 2. This was before the season, like early in the season.
Yeah, you said that last summer. You did.
Yeah, I did, and I think I'm gonna just roll with my intuition. I'm gonna say Knicks in 6.
Knicks in 6.
It's gonna be a party up there in New York. Y'all gonna have a blast.
Oh man, if that happens, my God, goddamn, Macy's gonna be on fire. If Macy's be on fire, everything down there gonna be on fire.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Knicks is 6. Well, I'm
Jay-Z come back same summer.
I love that.
Well, I know I told y'all, all 4 of y'all got to give me a team who's gonna win it and in what game. I know. That's what I just asked y'all. And thank y'all for your responses. For me, I'm going off the cliff. I can't call it. And I'm gonna leave it like that. Since I'm the host, I can say that. I needed to hear from y'all. I can't call this shit because the Knicks is battle tested from last year. They have not been tested this year. These playoffs, they have not been tested. These young boys from the Spurs gonna make them feel them. Castle, Harper, Keldon, right? Barnes, Vessu. Listen, man. Knicks gonna feel some bodies on them. They haven't felt any bodies on them. Mitchell and Harden, they didn't play no. I mean, Bronson didn't have to play no goddamn defense really. He's gonna have to play some defense. We all know he's a one-way player. He's not a two-way player, but because his boys been backing him up these last 3 years, he's gonna have to individually show that he can play some defense. You know what I'm saying? So the matchup for me is gonna be who is Bronson guarding? Because he's going to have to play some defense. Who is he guarding? He can't handle Castle. He can't handle him. Okay? All right? That ain't happening. He can't handle Vessu. I don't know who Bronson's guarding. Can you guys tell me who he's going to guard? Where he can actually try to defend? Who is he guarding? Talk to me. I'm asking y'all this question.
He gonna guard one of the shooters that stay in the corner like a Champagne. So I'm not saying
Champagne is a power forward.
Yeah,
he can't guard Champagne.
I ain't saying he could guard him. I'm saying I think that's just
well, and see when I asked y'all And question number 3 about the advantage. All of y'all stuck and stay with the same, with the Wimby and the Towns. And I just left it alone. I said I'm gonna hit them later on. Who is Bronson guarding? And y'all can't respond to that because that's the issue. Who's he gonna guard?
I think it's an issue, but I don't know if it's the
Who's he
main
gonna
issue that
guard?
decides the game, that decides the
Who he's
series.
gonna guard where he can get help? Because no help can come and help him. He can't get help.
At this point, I think he's going to Darian Fox. And Darian Fox
Because
hasn't had
Champagny can hit
so
the
far.
3. Vessel can hit the 3. Castle can hit the 3. When Harper comes in, okay, he's not guarding Harper.
But Darian Fox hasn't
Who's he
been playing great these playoffs, so he might guard him. Like
No,
Darian Fox,
he's gonna get cooked.
That's
There.
the issue. That's the matchup that I was hoping y'all say. But I knew everybody's gonna stick and stay with the Wimby. It's Bronson who he's guarding. That's the key. You know what I'm saying? That's the key. And Mitch Johnson, this young coach, he knows that shit already. Okay, watch. Bronson, foul trouble. Y'all talking about Cat getting in foul trouble. Watch this dude in foul trouble. Bronson hasn't been in foul trouble all playoffs because he didn't have to play nobody. He had to guard nobody.
you think they're going to do with the Knicks did to James Harden? They're going to target him on the defensive end.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I needed to get that out, yeah, because who he's guarding that's the matchup. That's the issue. That's the real issue. Well, listen, y'all.
Knicks is 7, huh?
Knicks
Knicks is 7.
Knicks 7. All right, we got 7. We got 3 7s, and we got 1 6. I can't call it, and I'm gonna leave it like that. Listen, y'all, I want to thank y'all. I want to thank my guests, Cosby from Roselle, New Jersey. Appreciate you all the time. Little Lad, Harlem, New York. Yeah, and my nephew, Kayla from the Boogie Down Bronx. Yeah, Even Flow, Rail, St. Louis, Missouri. Thank y'all all the time. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me in my basement. I appreciate y'all so much. And to my viewers and to my listeners, please continue to check me out on my YouTube and subscribe. Check me out on my streaming platform. Yes, Spotify. I'm live every Tuesday, Thursday, 9 p.m. At least I try to be. TikTok, y'all. We have big fun every Tuesday and Thursday, hitting y'all with these smoking mixed topics and sports. Remember to check out the Even Flow Coffee Company. Yeah, you see the man. He got the right behind him. That's the guy. You know what I'm saying? Created to combine the interests of coffee lovers, fashion, and music. For more information or to make a purchase, visit evenflowcoffee.com. As I always say, sports is what keeps this world from going insane, either in a pandemic or no pandemic. Until next time, y'all, take care.